Are you a parent? Have you had a child who needed medical care and treatment? Do you remember how hard it was to get that proper medical treatment for that child? Today I'll be explaining to you how a lack of proper support affects families worldwide. Lack of proper support leads to thousands of dollars spent on hotel and meal expenses every day and year for families who are trying to be with their children when they need medical support or financial support. And you don't know if this can affect you at any time or a family member or a loved one. I have volunteered at the Ronald McDonald House by making cookies, which allowed for families to have a free dessert maybe 1 or 2 days. And I have researched for the past couple of weeks the ins and outs of the Ronald McDonald House and how they provide help for these families in their time of need. Today I will talk about how a lack of proper support for these families affects their well-being as well as their child's well-being. How the Ronald McDonald House helps provide that proper support for their families and for their children, and what can happen if we don't support these organizations who are trying to better the families and the children. Why is a lack of proper support for these families an issue? As I said before, families spend a ridiculous amount of money in hotel and meal expenses and even travel expenses when trying to be with their children when they need to be taken care of. This problem reaches every corner of the world, not just one particular area. It can affect anyone. It can affect you, a family member, a loved one, a friend. It can affect everyone. So how can we help this issue of a lack of proper support? First is by building more homes. According to the impact of the Ronald McDonald House programs, the Ronald McDonald House opened 374 houses for families since its existence. And according to the Ronald McDonald House, our impact page, 8 of these houses were made in 2022. And as you see behind me, these stats right here, since the Ronald McDonald House has been founded, the Ronald McDonald House has houses in 62 countries and regions, and it has over 690 core programs worldwide, and it has helped millions of families be able to be closer to their children. And 90% of the top children's hospitals around the world are home to at least one Ronald McDonald House program, which is insane to think about how 9 out of 10 hospitals have a program for families to be closer to their children when they need medical assistance. Opening more houses allows for more families to seek proper help. Instead of traveling further distances or across the world, they can go to their local one maybe 15 or 20 minutes away, instead of having to go to one maybe 3 hours away. It's also less stressful for families. And the Ronald McDonald House seeks areas that have a lot of children that need medical assistance, and they build their houses there so that those children there can seek help and other children in the future can seek help there. What would happen if we don't support these organizations like the Ronald McDonald House? Imagine if we don't support the Ronald McDonald House. Families would spend millions of dollars over the course of a year just trying to be close to their children, from gas, from meals, from hotels, and all of that money is going to waste when they could be putting that money to saving in college, a down payment on a car or a house, any other thing, you name it. Yeah. Now imagine that you help the Ronald McDonald House. These families are able to spend that money for something more important, like saving up for college, rather than spending millions of dollars on meals and hotel costs. And it allows for families to be closer together and stress-free. Today, I talked about how a lack of proper support for families is a problem for their families' well-being and for their children. How the Ronald McDonald House helps provide support for these families in their time of need, and what could happen if we don't support these organizations. You can help the Ronald McDonald House by volunteering and using their Get Involved page on their website to volunteer, to spend time with their people, and to make food, and by raising money. By helping these families during their time of need, you're making the world a better place.